Hey, how are you? Thanks for checking out my video. Today I'm going to make some beef barley soup. And I have been making this soup for years and I don't ever follow a recipe. I always just make it. I pretty much make it the same way every time, but this is the first time I'm actually turning it into an actual recipe. So if any of you want to follow it, I will leave the recipe link in the description. I'm doing this in my Instant Pot because I think it puts out the best soup. First of all, you just want to brown your stew meat. I got a chuck roast and just cut it into chunks, but you can also just buy pre-cut stew meat. So you want to let that brown. I actually did it in two separate batches because if I'd have put it all in there at one time, I think it would have just kind of got steamy and wouldn't brown the way that I like it to. So you really want to get the brown color on the bottom of the pot, like you can see here. That's where you get all your good flavor. Uh, that's called fond, and where you deglaze the pan and then you get really good broth out of that. So now I'm just doing the second batch of stew meat, and it's a little smaller than the first batch, so it won't take as long. If you haven't done so, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. It's free to you and it helps me to be able to make more videos. And then you'll get a notification when I put out a new video. Okay, so we're just about done here with browning our meat. And in a second here, I'm going to put the other meat back in there with this meat. And then we're going to get it cooking. This Instant Pot of mine is older than the hills. I've been using it for many, many years. And now that I'm editing this video, I can see how old and grungy it looks. And I think I might be asking for a new one this Christmas. So I put the meat back in and now I'm adding some stock. I did 1 box of beef stock and 1 box of chicken stock. I don't know why, but whenever I make a beef-based soup, if I just use straight beef broth, I never like the taste of it as well as if I do part chicken broth, part beef broth. I don't know. I think that for some reason chicken broth in a box tastes better than beef broth does. So the combination of the two seems to work really well together. So I've shredded up my meat and I've put it back in the pan now, and I'm putting in some more stock. And I'm also going to use a little bit of something called Better Than Bouillon. If you've never heard of it before, it's good stuff. Better than the bouillon cubes, made from real beef. So I put probably about 2 teaspoons in there, and I'm putting some more salt and pepper in there. And I have this other seasoning that I'm real fond of. It's called garden seasoning, and it's got dehydrated onion and dehydrated red pepper and garlic. And so I end up using a total of 2 tablespoons of the garden seasoning. And I've now put 2 cups of, I used shredded carrots. I like those real well in soup, but you could use chunk carrots as well. And then I don't know if this is non-standard, but in my family, we always put potatoes in our soup. And I think that's because some of us just aren't big celery fans. And so we always put potatoes in our soup. So that was 2 cups of carrots, 2 cups of potatoes. And now I have just added a box of quick barley. This is a pretty big batch of soup. That was 2 pounds of meat to start out with. So it's a full box. You're going to get a lot of soup out of this, and it freezes really well. So, okay, so we're going to get this cooking now. You're going to put it on soup, and then you're going to put it on 8 minutes. And I know that doesn't seem like very much time, but with an Instant Pot, it takes it a while to get up to heat in the first place. So it cooks for a while before it gets pressure cooking. And 8 minutes is the perfect amount of time, I promise. So there you can see it was 8 minutes. It's nice and thick. And now I'm gonna put in my tomato juice. And I think it only shows me adding 1 can, but I actually end up adding 2 cans. And it's just delicious. You can adjust the seasonings to whatever you like. You could put some cayenne pepper in there if you like it a little spicy. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you on one of my other videos. Take care.